Have you ever noticed this strange feeling? You finish your day, nothing dramatic happened, no crisis, no conflict. You still feel very drained. No physical tiredness, mentally heavy. Today, I want to explain why that happens and why rest alone doesn't fix it. First, you have to understand about the invisible drain. So, energy doesn't leak only through efforts, it leaks through regulation as well. Every time you suppress a reaction, manage an emotion, choose professionalism over instinct, the nervous system spends fuel there. You don't notice it immediately, but the bill arrives later. This is why evening feels foggy, and every time you suppress the true identity of yourself and manage according to the surrounding of yourself, it takes the toll, and that is why the draining happens by evening. You're fully drained out and you feel very heavy in that manner. Now, decision fatigue is also one of the biggest criteria here, and I'm going to explain you that in a simple manner. The brain is not designed for endless choices. Each decision, every small one, reduces available clarity. When the system crosses a threshold, it defaults then. That's where procrastination appears, irritability increasing, old habits return, old way of replying, old triggers, automated responses, those all line up together. Not because of weakness or anything, but because the system is conserving energy. Now, why motivation fails here? Motivation is a top down tool, fatigue is at the bottom up. Okay, you can't motivate a depleted nervous system just like that. That's why forcing productivity backfires in itself only. And many times we try to tell ourselves, oh, this is all right, okay, this is okay, this, you're just overthinking this, that. You're not dealing with it, you're suppressing it until it erupts. And that is what happens every time when you try to force your emotions or your nervous system down. You are just putting a lid over a boiling container. You're not stopping the boiling from happening, and that is why it's just going to blast after some time, and that's what happens. Try after a week's time, after few days, suddenly you are overrushed with lot of emotion, gush, and you don't know what to do, and you feel not safe, you feel depleted by energy, you feel you are alone, and that is all the negativity comes in, because this launch of overreaction, which is piled up and suppressed down, it all gets converted into the negativity, and that in turn feeds our own system again, and the cycle repeats and repeats again and again. So what actually happens is small interruptions, conscious pauses, breath resets, sensory grounding. These few stuff, these restore choices, not dramatically but reliably. And what these also do, it doesn't suppress anything. If you do all this, you have to understand that calming oneself down is the best key possible. And one of the best way to calm is breath resets, pausing, and sensory grounding. Once you do that, the gush of emotion and also the suppression of emotion, both of that gets eliminated on its own. Because if you take time, you just breathe, and then you start thinking and analyzing in a better manner rather than just shutting it down, and the pile up of emotion reduces on its own. And reliability is what changes everything because all these things becomes automatically and feel reliable. And once you feel that, everything will start changing on its own. Now, if your days feel heavy without any explanation, this isn't a mindset problem. It is an energy accounting issue. And once you understand that, everything becomes easier to work with. Link is in the description to join the live session where I explain the reset practically.